Welcome to Beyond the Lift Hill, the podcast where we talk about everything in the world of theme parks.
We're two brothers who live for the thrill and adventure, bringing you reviews and deep dives into the best parks around.
Because every park has a story, and we're here to tell it.
Welcome into another episode of Beyond the Lift Hill. I am Alex.
And I'm Adam with Adam's Adventures. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Adam's Adventures 360.
Not too much, man. How you been?
Doing good, doing good. Another long week. We're filming this on a Friday night, so we are in for the weekend.
Yeah, and getting really close to at least the season starting for you. 21 days, I think, or somewhere around there till Dollywood, right?
Yes, sir. 3 weeks from today is Pass Holder Day, and then 3 weeks from tomorrow is opening day for the general public. So, super pumped for that. Can't wait to get back in the park.
What's the weather like right now? Is it still pretty cold in Tennessee? I know in Indiana it's absolutely freezing. It was a low of like 6 degrees here. It's been brutal.
Yeah, for real. So, I was looking at the weather last night, and we were 1 degree warmer than you guys were. So, I believe we had it at like 16 degrees. You guys were at 15.
Well, hopefully the weather turns around for 3 weeks from now, because that would be a chilly opening day if not.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about it. I was thinking about that earlier. So if we could just get up in the mid 40s, I would be happy at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been so cold here. Like I'm absolutely itching to get back to theme parks and just ride any coaster. In fact, I got so desperate that I was like, I had an idea and I was like, there's got to be a place where I can go and ride an indoor coaster, in the winter. And turns out there is a place in Lafayette, Indiana called Malibu Jacks that's sort of an indoor theme park. They have a couple around the country. Mostly, I think it's in the Midwest, though. I don't know if there's any outside of the Midwest, but there's one in Louisville as well. So I don't know. It was kind of fun. Have you ever been to an indoor theme park?
I have not, nothing like Malibu Jacks. You mentioned the locations in Lafayette and then one in Louisville.
Yeah.
That's the only two that I've heard of. So you were able to go recently. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like there's an arcade, there's mini golf, there's go-karts, and then what I went for is a coaster that they have called the Twist and Shout coaster. So you can imagine, it can't be too high because it's in an abandoned, not like I wouldn't say abandoned mall, but it's in like a mall that's definitely seen better days. So like they have a lot of space there, and they've done a good job, I think, theming it to feel kind of relaxing and makes you feel like you're at a place that was meant for entertainment. So that part was good. The coaster was pretty solid. I mean, I was so desperate though, so if if I was coming from Holiday World or Kentucky Kingdom or Kings Island, I don't know that I would think it's so awesome. But it's been so long since I was on a coaster that I'd probably say anything was awesome at this point.
Sure.
Yeah. The food was good too. Like they had pretty good pizza there. But yeah, it was just fun just to go out and do something because it feels like with the winter, I've just been cramped up all winter. We've gotten multiple rounds of snow and it's just been hard to get out and do anything.
Right. Yeah. Even here in Tennessee, we've already had a few snows, and it's been a long time coming. It feels
Yeah.
like to get back in the park, so can't wait for that. Just a few more weeks. So you mentioned the indoor coaster. What else does Malibu Jacks have?
Yeah, so like the go-karts was okay. Like the problem with this place is that it's expensive for what it is. And like if you can find a deal and go, I think it could be worth it, but you pay like 30-40 bucks for an hour and a half of unlimited attractions at full price. And I think the real issue right now is that based on other reviews that I've seen on Google and then my own experience is that the operations of the park doesn't move fast enough to really make it so you can get enough of the unlimited attractions in. So for example, in the go-karts, Noah and I stood in line for like 30 minutes to do um, the attraction, the go-kart attraction, and it was like a minute and a half ride. So can't exactly say it was worth it. But the ride itself, I mean, it was okay. It was like they're electric go-karts. So they have that. They have laser tag, they have an arcade, they have several VR experiences that you can do there. There's like a tsunami ride. There's a dark ride that they have, like, it's like a huge screen, I guess. It's maybe somewhat similar to like Kentucky Kingdom D ride that we did.
Okay.
They have I think I mentioned mini golf already, but they have that.
Yeah.
I thought that course was good. It's like an 18 hole with some water features, and then the food. Yeah, they had. I was really pleasantly surprised by the pizza. I was not expecting it to be that good, but it was a solid pizza.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. It always helps when you go to a place like that and they have good food as well. So sounds
Yeah,
like all in all you would say it's maybe worth checking out if you can find a deal, but you kind of question if you have to pay full price. Is that what I'm understanding?
exactly. Yeah, and like the other thing that I guess I'll mention is that the arcade is pretty cool, but like most of the machines are down when I was there. Like there was so many different experiences, but you just couldn't do them. And if you could do them, you couldn't do them with your family because only one, like like imagine you have like the racing games, right, where it's supposed to be two player, but like only one side was working, so it's like you couldn't even race your family. So that pretty much does sum it up. I mean, like if you can get a deal on it, I would go. If you have to pay full price, I wouldn't go until the operations are better. I could see if they improve, like making sure the arcade games work and making sure you can get on and off the go-karts in enough time where it doesn't take a third of your hour and a half. I could see it maybe being worth it, but as it stands, based on my experience, I couldn't really recommend it to anybody unless you're absolutely desperate for a coaster like I was. The other thing is, like, you can actually just go to Malibu Jacks and pay $7 to ride the coaster. So if you want to just ride the coaster, that's definitely worth it just to go in and pay for that one attraction without doing the unlimited uh, deal that they had.
Okay. Yeah. So I think honestly for me, if I were looking for that coaster credit, obviously knowing what you've reported on it,
Yeah.
I would probably just be more inclined to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad you were able to find a coaster credit. And so,
Yeah.
for our viewers, for our listeners, if they want to find out more information about this place, they might not after your review, but if they do, where would be a good place for them to check it out?
Yeah, if you want to just see video of like what the inside looks like, and I got some on ride footage as well on my Meta glasses. So I got these cool sunglasses that I guess I'll share. So
Yeah,
they
I'm gonna
actually
look away from the screen here and look at you. Let's see.
yeah, so they have like a camera in them, and they actually look, I mean, in my opinion, they really don't look different than regular sunglasses.
No,
But
I wouldn't know the difference.
you can see like if I
Okay, yeah, I can see it blinking.
yeah, so it's recording right now. Pretty good quality, and was able to take this on the rides to get some on-ride footage.
Nice. So,
Pretty
did
cool.
anyone say anything about you riding an indoor coaster with sunglasses on?
No, I played it off like the ride attendant came up and I had them on top of my head and I was like, "Oh, I'm just going to put these on because I don't want them to fly off." So I played it off like, "Oh, I just forgot to put these in my bag. I got to put them on now just so they don't get broke." So, I that was intentional though because I wanted, I wanted to get the video.
Right. Yeah, sure. And I mean, you wouldn't want to burden the ride attendant with having to
No.
hold the sunglasses while you and your son were enjoying a ride. So, yeah, yeah,
Not at all. And
yeah,
I did look before I went, and Malibu Jacks has no posted policies against on ride footage. There's nothing that says I couldn't do that. So I know there's some parks where they don't like you doing it. So, I plan to respect the park rules where I'm at with glasses.
sure.
But on ones that I can get on ride footage, I do plan to post those to my channel.
Very
But
cool.
I didn't even answer your question. I have a video. I'm such a bad like YouTuber. There is a video review of the park on my channel. Chase the Thrill is what I've called it. It's the only video I have right now, but I do plan on making more. Still haven't exactly found like the exact niche, but there'll be a lot of theme parks, roller coasters involved. Thinking about doing a video on like almost like a documentary on either Holiday World as a whole or specific rides at Holiday World. Like I was thinking maybe a documentary on just the voyage as an example.
Nice. If you're going to document any coaster, that's probably a good one to do. So I think you would find success with that. So for our viewers, you heard Alex say, "Chase the Thrill." His first video's up. Go check him out before he becomes YouTube famous. You can say you've been there from the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. Get in early.
Exactly. He'll cut you a deal if you start following now.
Yes,
There's
exactly.
no charge to subscribe, but we'll just play it off like that.
We'll play it off like that.
Yeah.
So, what are you getting into tomorrow?
Okay, so like I said, we're filming this on a Friday, so me and my wife are actually headed down to the Dollywood area. Tomorrow, me and her both have diamond passes, and I believe there was three events for the month of February. They have a diamond event for, I'm sorry, they have a golden event for all diamond pass holders where included in that you get a tour of Dolly Parton's suite, which is on the top floor of the Dreammore Spa and Resort. So we get to go check that out. We'll also have dinner included with that, and then there are a few other things that are included with that package. We'll definitely have some stuff up on social media. I don't know if it'll be a video or just some stuff out there on Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing. But definitely, by the time you all are seeing this video, I will already have something up. So go check us out. Like I said, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that. We'll have something up on Adam's Adventures 365 for you to be able to check out.
Where's the dinner at? I've never been to the Dreammore. Is there like a restaurant at the Dreammore, or is it more like a custom catering type thing that they're doing? Do you know?
Yeah, there is. So there's a restaurant. It's called Song and Hearth, and it is
Okay.
located inside of the Dreammore Resort. I believe I have the name of that restaurant right. So if not, we'll throw something up on the screen to correct that. But I believe that's what it's called. And I also think I want to say it's buffet style. I might be wrong about
Yeah.
that too. So we'll correct that also. But either
Yeah.
way, there's a resort, there's dinner. I've heard nothing but good things about it. It'll be our first time there having dinner. So looking forward to checking that out. That will actually be on Sunday afternoon. So we're going to spend a lot of time in the Pigeon Forge area tomorrow, just working on some video, getting some information, things like that for the upcoming season so we can pass along to you guys.
Sounds awesome. I've got to ask you about this and get us off track for just a second. But is the
Sure.
Dreammore the one with the record that can't be opened until 2037 or 2047 or something like that?
Right. Yep. I think you're exactly right. I believe it is in the Dreammore Resort.
Cool. That's great. I want to hear that album. Hopefully, I make it 20 years to be able to do it.
Right. Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to hear a song. We're talking about it today and, 20 years from now. And it'll just, because obviously, as things progress, I'm sure whatever's on that song, it'll definitely feel like it's from this current time that we're living. So it'll be kind of neat to just hear what that's like.
So, will it be like working 12 to 2?
I mean, by that time, it'll probably be, 25 hours, 8 days a week,
Yeah. Right.
400 days a year. So,
Well,
yeah,
by that point, the generalized AI overlords will have taken over. There'll be no work for us to do. We'll just be sipping martinis on a beach and enjoying the fruits of everyone else's labor who have brought us AIs. So
right. Yeah, at the top of the lift hill, right?
at the top of the lift hill, yeah. I kind of wonder what an AI like if AI took over designing roller coasters. Like, how crazy would they be?
More crazy than it is now, for sure.
Yeah.
And hopefully safe.
Hopefully safe. It'd have to get a lot better than AI is now, but that's what we're counting on, right? It's going to get better. Maybe. Maybe.
There could be a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
misspelling in, your instruction manuals and your safety sheets and things like that.
Yeah, that's not a time you want your AI to hallucinate as
Right.
when
But
it's
definitely not
designing
when
a
it
coaster.
comes to roller coasters.
Yeah. Okay, so you're headed down to Pigeon Forge. I mean, Pigeon Forge is like always getting new things and new experiences, but I know there's some stuff coming up that you're excited about. One of the things that you were telling me before we got on here that I thought was really cool was like the racing mountain coaster.
Yes.
Why don't we start there? You want to tell people about that a little bit?
Sure, yeah. So it's the Pigeon Forge Racing Coaster. This opens, I believe, in the springtime. So we're hoping to get a little bit of a look at it tomorrow. Probably not on property, but just in driving by, just seeing the progress that's been made. As you said, definitely looking forward to doing this one. What's unique about it is a lot of mountain coasters, for those of you familiar with them, is you'll have times where you'll try to run the coaster wide open. Maybe someone's in front of you that's going a little bit slower than you would like. So it kind of, I wouldn't say spoils the ride, but makes it a little less enjoyable for you. Whereas with this coaster, it's literally going to be one person in one lane, another
Yeah.
the other lane, and you're
Okay.
literally racing each other. So
Nice.
that'll definitely be a first of a kind for me, and just super thrilled about checking that out and seeing if it's as exciting as I think it'll be.
Yeah, that's the mountain coasters are really cool. Like my wife does not like roller coasters yet. I'm gonna get her there. It's gonna
One
be
day, one day.
one day. I've gotten her kind of addicted to watching the videos at night, and now she can like see a coaster and she'll be like, "That's a B&M. That's a and so like she knows the coaster manufacturers. So it's slowly like starting to seep into her interest. And now I've just got to get her to ride some of the coasters and like get over the fear like we both had to do.
Right,
So,
right.
but that's cool. Yeah, mountain coasters. I guess where I was going with that is like we went to the what was the one called there?
It's
The
the Lost Mine.
the Lost Mine. She absolutely loved it, and which surprised me because she normally doesn't like coasters. But those tend because you can control the speed of them, you feel more in control,
Right,
and so I think it does a little bit better with people who might have a fear of coasters.
right. Yeah, and obviously we're talking about this year, but going back to the Lost Mine, it opened up last year. And one thing I like about that place is it has the mountain coaster, but it also has a really nice putt-putt course.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, check that one out. At this point, and there's some new things coming this year, but at this point, I think that might be my favorite mountain coaster, and certainly favorite mountain coaster and putt putt combo in the
Yeah.
Great Smoky Mountains. So if you get a chance to check it out, that's one that I would recommend if you're having trouble picking which one you'd like to check out.
Did you see that coaster was on Log Ride, so you can get a coaster credit for it?
I did not. I'll have to add that.
Go put it in your Log Ride. Yeah, got it. Got to bump those, pad those stats.
You know it. Adding them by the minute.
Adding them by the minute. Yeah, and from what I remember, it was a pretty good deal because
Yeah.
we rode it twice, and I think if you buy a ticket right after you get off, you get some sort of a discount, so you can do it twice in a row.
Yep, I believe so. It's something like you once you pay for the first ride, you get a discount on the second ride. And even the regular pricing, kind of like you said, I don't think it was, in the world we live in, nothing's cheap, but I don't
Yeah.
think it was like severely overpriced.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what else is coming to Pigeon Forge?
right. Yeah. So actually opening up this upcoming Monday. So again, once you guys are seeing this video, this is already open. It is Gorilla Taco. Yep, this is also new to the area. If you're familiar with the roads in Pigeon Forge, it's up on or off of Teaster Lane
Yeah.
near the Mountain Mile Gorilla Taco. It's obviously gorilla themed
Mm-hmm.
Mexican restaurant. It has all of your typical comfort Mexican foods, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, all
Yeah.
those wonderful foods. Also, right behind Gorilla Taco, there is a new hotel. It's Compass by Margaritaville. So, if you're familiar with the island, the hotels that they have over there, there's also a Margaritaville resort in Gatlinburg owned by the same company. Have not had a chance to check it out yet, but there's some videos out there online if you want to go check those out. Looks like a great hotel, so we definitely hope to check it out at some point.
What does your taco normally have on it? Are you
Meat, cheese, a little bit of lettuce, um, some of the other stuff they put on it. I'm kind of the type that if you don't tell me some of the things that's on it, I'm okay to go ahead and eat it.
Yeah.
Sometimes being none the wiser is a good thing.
So you said meat, cheese, and crunchy water. Any other restaurants coming to the area?
That's the only one that's kind of popping into my mind at the moment. There is and how strange, I've already done a video on this. Can't believe I forgot it. So, Buffalo
Yeah.
Breakfast Company, yeah, we got a chance to go check that out. This has
Uh-huh.
been about 3 weeks, maybe a month or so ago. Not exactly sure, but go check that out. Great place to eat. Breakfast was good. Service was great. Good location, being downtown. Huge parking lot right across the street from it. So just top to bottom, just a great place to check out. You didn't feel too overly crowded inside the restaurant. So I would highly
Yeah.
recommend this place. And like I said, we have a video out on it. So go check it out. Yeah, a few other things to mention is a new Scooby-Doo putt-putt that's going to be
That's it.
opening up. This is also right near the Mountain Mile, if you're familiar with where that's at.
Yeah.
Theming, it just looks like it's going to be amazing. Haven't really ever seen, maybe not even just putt putt. Haven't really seen a lot of Scooby Doo themed anything. So looking forward to seeing just how cool this is going to be. I mean, obviously, me and Alex grew up in the '90s,
Yeah.
and for some of our younger viewers, yeah, I know we're old, but this is kind of right up our alley. So gives you a chance to kind of relive your childhood a little bit. So definitely have to check this out. It's 36 holes. Not sure if there's anything else that's going to be offered with it. We don't really know a whole lot at this point, but obviously, like with all these things that I'm talking about, as soon as we get to check it out, we'll have stuff up on social media for you to check out.
Yeah. Jinkies, I guess. That's all I can say. Well, it is
Mhm.
interesting. Like some of the Scooby, there have been Scooby rides at other parks. Kings Island used to be owned by Paramount Parks,
Mhm.
and they have a ride there that's similar to Gobbler Getaway at Holiday World. It's a blaster type game, and it's now called Boo Blasters, but it used to be a Scooby Doo themed indoor ride. So I love the theme of Scooby Doo. But like you said, we're kind of old. We grew up in the '90s, so I don't know if Scooby Doo's still popular.
Yeah, maybe just to us. One other
Yeah,
thing, maybe we should like get us a mystery van, right?
yeah.
We'll rent us a van.
Scooby Snacks.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
We'll redesign the vehicle, drive right in. I'm sure they'll have a parking spot waiting for us. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
that was really corny. Just had to throw that out there.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I like a good van that's colorful. And especially, like I said, especially if I can get some Scooby snacks on it,
Oh yeah.
those are good.
Yeah. Yeah. One other thing I'll mention that's new, it's called Truth Traveler. It's a VR biblical experience that's coming to the area. For anybody listening or watching, if you're familiar with like the Ark Encounter or the Creation Museum up in Northern Kentucky,
Hmm.
it's the same ownership that's bringing this to Pigeon Forge. So check it out if you're interested.
Is that like archaeology? So you'll be able to put on a VR headset, or like there's some sort of VR experience and you get to go back into and see like archaeological finds, or are they recreating like stories of the Bible, or is that known yet what it's going to be?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming it'll just kind of take you all the way through most of the Bible, is what, yeah, kind of what I would expect. But obviously, we won't know till we get in there and check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those all sound like great things to do. Are they all opening this year?
Yeah, everything I have mentioned is opening at some point this year. And I believe, to the best of my understanding, most of this should be open by the summertime.
Well, maybe I'll be able to check it out when I come down to go to Dollywood.
Right.
Which guess who's a Dollywood season pass holder? No.
Let me take a wild guess. You are, sir.
Yes, I am. So this makes my what is it? Third? No, fourth
Uh, More than that.
se fourth season pass. Well, yeah, I guess do you consider like the Indianapolis Zoo to be a park? Is I mean, they have a coaster there actually.
Yeah,
At the zoo.
here's the deal. If it's in your physical wallet, if it's on Apple
Yeah.
Wallet, if it's on any other virtual wallet,
Yeah.
whatever out there, yeah, it's considered a pass. So I just think it would be easier for you to tell us what you don't have a pass to at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, probably the only one I don't have a pass to would be like the Six Flags parks around me, like the St. Louis and the one in Chicago. But I could get a pass to those for like $99 on my Kings Island pass. So if it Cedar Point too would be included in that $99. So looking at some of the like coasters that Cedar Point has, like Still Vengeance being one that I really want to try. Like if there comes an opportunity to go, I'll probably end up adding that on to my Kings Island season pass. But yeah, dude, it made sense to get the Dollywood pass because we're planning on going for 2 days, and we added up the cost for me and my wife and two kids, and what we would be paying in tickets, we were able to get two season passes with the Bring Your Friends, and it was like 40, $50 cheaper. So
Right,
made a lot of sense. And that was the gold pass too.
right. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I tell people all the time if you're going to Dollywood. for sure more than once. If you're going twice, you're kind of on the fence. Absolutely. If you're going more than two times, you definitely should buy a pass. There's just so many good benefits to bring a friend. The free parking,
Yeah.
discounts on merchandise and food. It's kind of a no-brainer to me. The parking alone, if you're just driving a regular vehicle, that's $25 each time you park right there. So
Yeah.
that in itself adds up quick. One thing I wanted to touch on, you had mentioned the add-on for Six Flags and Cedar
Yeah.
Point. So guys out there, I think what Alex is trying to tell us is tell us you're buying an additional season pass without telling us you're buying a season pass. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get that one approved.
Yeah, we know what's going to happen.
We'll see. We'll see. Cause well, it's like the give a mouse a cookie, right? Like if I get the add-on for the other Six Flag parks, I'll have to get the add-on for their dining plan. Of course, because I'm gonna be at the park, so it'll just make sense. And then there'll be something else I'll have to buy. So it's a slippery slope. You gotta be careful. But I'm definitely on the slope.
Yeah, so
And I'm slipping.
you're telling me I can get another coaster credit?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can get another coaster credit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're telling me I could get like 20 or 30 more coaster
Yeah.
credits for $100? There's no way you're not
Oh
doing
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, speaking of coaster, did you go on the coaster at the zoo here? The
it. I don't
Indianapolis Zoo?
remember it. I don't remember it. I know it's been, what year did we go? That's been a while.
Yeah, they opened the coaster there in like 2007 or 2008 though. It's been there for a while.
Yeah, I was probably still afraid of roller coasters, and it's just like a little kiddie ride. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I can't remember what year that was. It's
can't either.
been a few. It's been a minute, as they say.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll have to go find a time to go to the zoo. We have a membership that gets people in for free, so maybe we'll have to find a time
Do you
to
mean
go.
I could get a coaster credit for free?
Absolutely, you could. So I
Okay,
got you. That's the hook.
got
The hook.
hook,
Got him.
hook me up, hook me up.
Got him.
Yep.
All right. Well, anything else you wanted to touch on this really, really cold Friday night?
No, I think it's been a good conversation. Got to learn a little bit about Malibu Jacks,
Yeah.
and get to talk about some of the new stuff coming to the Great Smoky Mountains this year. We appreciate all of you guys watching. If you like our podcast, I'm used to saying video, so it
Yeah.
takes me a minute. If you like our video, if you like our podcast, if you like our videos and podcast, please give us a thumbs up. That helps everybody out there in the YouTube community know that we're putting out stuff that you guys like to hear and watch. Make sure to subscribe too. This is free. It just allows you to see the content we're putting out when it goes up. So, yeah. Do you have anything else, Alex?
No, that about covers it. The only thing left for me to do is to try and find that button.
It's right there.